You are live.
It's not open. Kyler pumps, and then Michael Wilson goes and helps his quarterback. Kyler buys time, and then a great job finding his receiver for the touchdown.
Kyler to Wilson on that one. Of course, the big story was Harrison Jr. Only being targeted 3 times, caught 1 pass for 4 yards. Rudy Carpenter now on Rocket Manucci with Jimmy B. Rudy, how long do you expect it'll take Kyler and Harrison Jr. to be on the same page? And part of that would be, or is it more the coaching staff putting in more plays for Kyler to get the ball to him?
Well, I don't know. I think that's really tough. I'm not sitting in their meetings, obviously, and I'm also, not watching all of the 22, game film. But I think that they probably had some opportunities that they could have taken advantage of. But I think the main thing again is what I said, last year. I just think this offense relies way too much on Kyler Murray to have to make every single play. And I just think it's so difficult to be able to play consistent like that. Early in the game, they did a really good job of Connor running the football, whether it was handing him the ball, whether it was easy completions out of the backfield, screens, things of that nature. But outside of that, to me, it just looks like everything runs through Kyler Murray. And to me, it just puts too much pressure on him. And it's, in my viewpoint, if you want to take one person out of the game, it's easy to do that just with the way you want to play coverage, whether you make it really tough on him with single man-to-man coverage and it's hard to get off press, or if you're playing some type of shell coverage and you've got a corner and a safety over the top of Marvin Harrison Jr. To me, it's really difficult, again, when you're Kyler Murray and you're expected to do everything pass game and the run game.
I thought it was interesting in the second half. I think that this team, you saw the tale of two halves, right? But I think, not seeing the receiving core involved. You look at the 3 targets by Marvin Harrison, only 2 targets to Michael Wilson. He had the 1 catch, a touchdown catch. He dropped the other one there on that final drive. But when you see such a focused slot tight end passing game, is that telling you there might be, the shell, as you mentioned, cover 2? Or is that just a comfort zone from one Kyler Murray, obviously without looking at the tape?
Again, it's hard for me because I didn't get a chance to see the all 22 tape. I think it's a little difficult too, Dan, when I don't think they got a lot of preseason action together. I understand that they're going to say, well, we got a lot of reps in OTAs and we got a lot of reps during training camp practice. But again, to me, it's totally different when you're playing in a game. And you heard in the pregame analysis by, the guys that were reporting on the game, and they were talking about the Buffalo Bills coaching staff and how they mentioned that the key focus for the game with them was Trey McBride, taking him out of the game, and then also trying to take Harrison Jr. out of the game.
And I think the other thing that really surprised me, I thought you'd see a lot more shots down the field. Obviously, you saw a couple fades there in that last drive, but I really thought with this speed of Wilson and with Harrison Jr., there'd be whether it be a deep post or go route, whether you got single or man high, whatever, just take a couple shots, just a 50-50 ball to see the talent of Harrison maybe come down with one.
Can you repeat that? You broke up.
I was surprised they didn't take more shots down the field with either Harrison or Wilson on the outside, even if it was a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. I thought for sure you take a guy where you took him in the draft and you obviously think that he's going to be a huge game breaker for you. You would think that in the game there would be at least 2 or 3, just 50-50 balls down the field. We were giving him a chance just to, go up and make a play similar to what, you saw the Steelers do with George Pickens in the game or really, any other, big time playmaker. I was a little, shocked on that. I know there was time in the game where they were running just a basic stick concept where he ran a go route and there was a quick out and everyone thought he should have, threw it to Marvin Harrison Jr. down the field. But if you really break that down, it was a blitz and Kyler went to throw it hot. And as soon as he went to throw it hot, the blitzing linebacker jumped. So then he took off and ran to his left and he was he would have never been able to flip his hips and get back and throw that go route down the right sideline. But like you said, in my viewpoint, I would have thought at least 2 or 3 times in the game, they would have just dropped back and thrown him a go route and let him, make a play. And, they just didn't really do that. But again, it's hard for me to talk without seeing the all 22 film and knowing exactly, how they were trying to cover him.
Rudy Carpenter is our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. Rudy, help me out here, because when they went to halftime, to me, it appeared that when they came out for the start of the second half, the Buffalo Bills had made adjustments in their offense. And when the Cardinals came out, it appeared they had not. Is that a coaching aspect, or was it just something that the Bills saw and they thought they could take advantage of that Cardinals defense?
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching this game, I mean, I thought overall the Cardinals played, pretty well on defense, and so much of when they got beat was, Josh Allen just making plays with his feet and extending the play. But again, I mean, ultimately they still had a 14-point lead and gave that up. And I think that's what the Cardinals are going to have a hard time with when watching this film.
Rudy, how proud are you of the Sun Devils beating an SEC school?
I thought it was a big win for them. Look, we still don't know, how good Mississippi State is. We don't necessarily know how good, ASU is, but for a team that was as bad as they were last year, in my viewpoint, this ASU team is much, much, much improved. And I think you have to give Kenny Dillingham a lot of credit for how far this team has come.
And you watch Scadaboo. I mean, he's so impressive, Rudy, to watch the show, how the stamina that this guy has. He's like the ever-ready energy bunny, right? Just keeps going and going. When you watch him, is it relying in a big game like relying too much on him, or is that just the effect of Sam Levitt was really struggling at quarterback?
I think ultimately what you want to do is you want to get your best players the ball. And right now, I think he's one of their best players. You got to get him the ball. One thing I really like about Scadaboo is every time he runs, he's falling forward. And I think that's such a huge thing. Not only is it such a huge thing in the sense that you're getting those extra yards, you're getting the extra push. Sometimes in short situations, you're getting the first down. But I just think from a mental standpoint and what you're showing your team is just like, this guy is finishing hard. He's so tough. He's so competitive. And I think it can kind of invigorate your team.
Rudy, we appreciate you as always on a Monday. It's good we get to talk about some games. So we'll see what this team can do on Sunday, that being the Cardinals against the Rams, as well as Texas State on Thursday for ASU. So thanks so much for the time, buddy.
Thank you.
You got it. Rudy Carpenter joining us here on the Right to a Guest Line, Fox Sports 910. He's brought to you today by All City Towing. Join the team at the largest towing company in the state. That's All City Towing. They're hiring all types of positions. You can enjoy benefits like the state's most advanced towing equipment, set work schedules, a healthy 401k employer match, health benefits, employer-paid life insurance. How about a monthly fuel allowance? If you're ready to take your career to the next level, visit them online, allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is on the move. Football 50's next. It's Rockin' Minuch with Jimmy B. Getting ready for tonight's Monday night game here at Casino Arizona.